Hey everybody, I'm Dragon Pharma athlete Brandon Beckrich. I am down in here, beautiful, humid South Florida at the Athletic Factor Gym. I'm about to take you through some shoulders and give you a typical day of how I like to go through my shoulder routine. Let's go. Typically for shoulders, I like to start off with a side raise. I usually like doing a side cable raise. Normally where I train at is kind of like a cable row, but it has a dual handle. So you can lay down and do cable raise to the side. And honestly, I feel like that movement has made side laterals obsolete for me. Just the connection is so much better, but I have that option. So start with some dumbbell side laterals. And I'll show you guys a couple different techniques here and a lot of mistakes that are commonly made that take away from the side delt and usually activate the trap. So we'll get warmed up, do a couple of warms, like maybe 15-20 reps, and then we'll start getting into our working sets. One thing you guys want to remember doing side raises, focus on bringing the weight out to the sides rather than going up. If you actually keep your shoulder down, extend your arm to the side without bringing your shoulder up, you'll notice you can only go so far, and that's the medial delt contracting optimally as much as it can. So if you want to go any higher, you have to engage the trap. Oh, that's what shrugs are for. So we try to keep the traps out of it. Keep everything on the delts. You'll see it's very little movement in my traps while doing these. And I also keep the dumbbells to my sides, because if I do this, I start using trap and front delt. So I keep them here. It's a much shorter range of motion. It isolates much better. I trained Saturday, I trained shoulders on Wednesday, so today's gonna be a little more of a food day. But one way you guys realize too, doing these movements, it's not about how high the dumbbell goes. Focus on raising the elbow, the upper part of your arm, here, right? If your hand is higher than your elbow, you're not gonna be engaging with the side delt much. You're gonna be doing a lot more forearm and front delt. So what I like to do, rule of thumb, keep the face of the elbow, face of the arm this way. So if you're here, it's that, right? Just like if you were on a side lateral raise machine. I like to put my arm in that position right from the beginning and just keep it there. Second movement, we're gonna do rear delts. Let's use a rear fly machine here. I like starting off, I usually do 2 movements rear delt during my workouts, but I like to start with a machine just because I feel like it's easier to engage that muscle earlier on. So also, I like to do rear delts more on back day. I feel like it just is more effective overall. Plus, we really can't have too big of rear delts, right? So try to hammer them away as much as we can. Train them like they're your favorite muscle if you want to make them grow. This is another movement. Really easy to use your traps. Don't imagine they're coming back. Imagine like you're going to the side. When you do these, you'll notice a big difference in the quality of the contraction that you have when you just extend out. You notice that rear delt contracts immediately. The rear delt responsibility is to pull the humerus back. That's it. So if I'm here, this is as far as I can go, right? If I want to go further back, I have to pinch my shoulder blades back. But when I do that, you don't see my rear delt contracting anymore. So think of it that way. I'm going to put as much stress on that muscle without recruiting other muscles to try and help it out. Just want to beat it down, beat it down, beat it down. Even if it's a short range of motion, we're just putting all the gas, taking all the gas out of that tank, out of that targeted muscle. EAAs. All the muscles. I think. So this is a nice piece. What I like about going to different gyms, different toys. So I have my bread and butter movements for training, but this is a good piece because it's a hammer straight behind the neck. So like we have one of these in my gym, but it's more of like a military press setting. So take advantage of this. Behind the neck press can be a bit compromising if you don't have a lot of shoulder mobility. So it's nice being on this. It's on a fixed plane, so a lot safer. But you can also focus more on the contraction, targeting the muscle rather than, possibly having a balance if you're using free weight. So doing this after a rear delt movement should feel pretty good. Also, this is different from my gym because it's connected. Mine unilateral. Just figured that out. It feels really good. So usually do a few warm-up sets. Don't count those as working sets, being that I haven't warmed up my elbows at all. So did 1 plate, 2 plates, 2 1/4. We'll do one more here, probably get like 6 or 8 reps and see how it feels. And then possibly bump up to 3 1/4. And we'll do like 2 like good grinder sets that will count. Now, when you guys are training, remember, all the reps leading up to the point where it starts to burn, they don't mean shit. They don't count. When you really start to feel the burn, then you got 5 more. Those are the reps that count. Muscles are made to be strong, made to be stimulated, made to be pushed, so you gotta give them a reason to grow. Make it hurt. I said before my last set that I might go 3 1/4 depending on how it felt. Well, it felt heavier than I thought. So we're gonna stay with 3 plates, get more quality reps rather than going for ego and just trying for the sake of pushing more weight. Me personally, I'd rather get 10 good reps with 3 plates than only getting 5 good reps with 3 1/4 plates, because I think about the math. Maybe 3 plates aside at 10 reps, how much does that add up to, rather than 3 plates and 1/4 for 5 reps, how much does that add up to? So I think of it that way in terms of overall tension and poundage, where it may not seem like it's a lot, but I'm gonna feel more doing 10 reps here than I would the 5 reps with the 3 1/4. So yeah, let's get to it. Yep. Warm up on front raises. The way I like to do these, keep my arm locked. I like to cross my body, not too much, like 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock angle. And imagine that you're extending out, like you're reaching toward the mirror rather than raising up with it. The further out you go, the more tension you're gonna have on the front delt. Time to get naked. Last count. You guys notice I'm not swinging, I'm not throwing. Right? Make the shoulder work. All right, guys, that concludes our shoulder workout for today. This is my first athlete video with Dragon Pharma. You can expect a lot more from me and Dragon here in the immediate future, but I hope you guys got some good takeaways, and make sure you hit subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and we will see you soon.